Hello and welcome back to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing with you a fall themed card using a stencil background with the Clarity stencil brushes, and I'm using the Carta Bella Crisp Autumn stencil to create the background. And I'm using the Clarity stencil brushes with my distress ink, and in this case I'm using Mowed Lawn, Crushed Olive, Wild Honey, and Ground Espresso. And I really like, and I wanted to show you that, how you can use the Clarity stencil brushes, because I think especially for stencil backgrounds, I really love those. So I just recently bought a set. So I mean, obviously I heard about them like a while ago already, but I just recently bought a set. And I really love how easily you can add the paint or the ink onto the background through the stencils. It's less force you need, so it's better for your wrist, and it's just, I don't know, I mean, you see me, how easily I get the ink on there. It's really saturated, it's simple, it's easy, the stencil is not really moving or coming up or something, which I thought it would when you use a brush like that. But I don't know, it's just, I like it so much better than the Distress Ranger blending tool. I still like it when I do an entire without a stencil, a background without a stencil, and do like ink blending. Then I like the Ranger blending tool still better. But for everything with stencils, I'm going to start using those stencil brushes, like basically only without the Ranger tool. So now I'm done creating the background. And you can see that I also die cut the border with Cat Scrappiness embossed mini rope nested rectangle die. That's a long word, yay! And now I'm stamping the Newton's birthday flutter, the cat and the little bird, and then coloring that in. And I'm also using the Gina Marie Halloween die. By the way, I will list all the supplies used in the description box down below and over on my blog. And while I'm coloring, I'm blending in all the Copic colors that I used, and I just leave you alone with a little music, and I guess we hear us on the other side. Enjoy! So, and after I was done coloring the kitty in, I die cut it with my scan and cut, with my brother's scan and cut machine. And I also used the Gina Marie die cut for the tree, and I'm now distress inking it, coloring it in with my distress ink, I think is the better description. And I'm using the stencil brushes again, and I'm using ground espresso and wild honey, which is my favorite combo for fall at the moment. And then I'm adding a little crushed olive because fall is still, the trees can still be a little green, right? So after I'm done with that, what I always do with cut images when I cut them with my scan and cut, that I outline them with a black Copic marker just to make them a little bit more pop when they are adhered on the card. And then I'm adding, because the scan and cut screwed a little bit up with one feather on Newton, so I'm just adhering one loose feather on top of it, and no one will ever know that something happened. For the sentiment, I take a piece of the autumn paper pad from Carta Bella, and I like to have a solid piece for the sentiment so you can actually read it. And I'm taking the first part of the really snarky sentiment that is part of the stem set. It's a little birdie told me it was your birthday, ... And I'm heat embossing that with using some cheap Michaels white embossing powder. That's what I have in stick. So, and then I cut this piece apart, again using the embossed rope die and just adhering it directly to the panel. And then I'm adding the tree on top and the little bird, both with regular mono multi liquid glue. Oh god, these names sometimes. I'm adhering the tree a little bit offset, and then I'm just cutting the little overhanging part of the tree, of the twigs. I'm just cutting that apart. I think I like when things are a little bit off a card, it adds a little bit more interest. And then I'm popping the little birdie up with foam tape. Adhered with my regular ATG gun onto a 2-size card base. And I really like the little border you can see here. This embossed rope die leaves you when you use an A2 size card. I'm also including something for the inside. And this time, because this is snarky sentiment and I thought it is perfect from outside inside card, I added the "so I ate him" part onto the back and added Newton, and I think it's just hilarious. I'm still giggling about it. Adding the Newton who just ate that birdie onto the back. So, and I'm using C2 and C0 to add a little bit shading underneath Newton just to ground him underneath it. And then I'm using a Copic multi-liner pen to add the 3 dots in front of the "so I ate it" and just colored the eyes in again. As a final little touch, I'm adding the autumn mix from Cat Scrappiness. It's really, I'm serious, go to the website, it's AWW. And I really like the fall colors here, and really like how they fit to my favorite fall color combo of distress inks right now. And I'm just adhering them with my tweezers and my Martha Stewart glue pen that I have since the beginning, that I'm crafting exactly that pen, so I've never switched those. And I just love that adhesive for my sequins. And sometimes it sticks to the fingers, but in general, I don't have too much issues with that. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's card with the Clarity stencil brushes and some awesome dies and stencils from the Cat Scrappiness store. I leave all the descriptions for the supplies in the description box below, and you can check them out at our store. Then I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we see you soon. Bye!